Hey, it's Patrick, and let's talk about Vortex rear sets for your sport bike. If you're not familiar with Vortex, they've been around for a very long time in the racing game, both on-road and off, making all kinds of racing equipment, like these rear sets here. Now, if you're looking for a set of these, they're gonna be available for a ton of sport bike models. They're gonna cost you anywhere from $400 to $440. The best way to find the set for you is gonna be to use the bike finder on our website to get you the proper set. Now we're looking at two different versions here, the standard adjustable set and what Vortex calls the V3 2.0. What let's go over what they have in common, and then we'll talk about what makes them different. So they're both made out of 7075 T6 aluminum with an anodized finish. That's what that black finish is, and that's a pretty typical finish in race style aluminum stuff, because that aluminum can be soft, and anodizing actually makes that a harder finish. The other thing is they have rubber coated pegs for the brake and toe shifters, so you're not gonna scar up your shoe or your racing boot. Another nice thing is they have ball bearings in the actions for the shifter and the brake. So a lot of times on a stock setup, this may be like a bushing style setup, which isn't as smooth for sure. This just is gonna be a little more feel, especially on the shift side or the brake side. Just a nice smooth action with that ball bearing. Very racy stuff there. Both of these can be ran in a GP style shift pattern, meaning you can flip it upside down. So instead of 1 down, 5 up, you're gonna go 1 up, 5 down. Also, very aggressive peg setups on these. So kind of nice sharp edge to those blocky CNC cuts. Both of these are completely CNC machined. It gives you a nice aggressive feel on the peg. So if you're going around a corner, putting a lot of pressure on the outside peg, your foot's not gonna slip off. Now let's get into some of the differences with the quote unquote standard adjustable set. You can see this honeycomb style of holes drilled in here. And you can see when you move that, it takes the heel protector here, which the peg is mounted to, and it just moves it with that. So you can go up and down and forward and back a little bit. So there is some adjustability there. With the shifter and brake, there's pretty much two positions, like a forward and a back position. We have this one set in the forward position, and you can see this one is set in the rear position. So there's maybe 3/4 of an inch forward and back. Also, you can see here, I don't have the spring in this one. The spring is in this one, and it will fold up. So God forbid, hit the ground, it's gonna fold up. It's not gonna snap off, probably gonna save the arm there. But that is the basic adjustable setup here. Where we start to get into a little bit more, in my opinion, more interesting way to adjust these and a little bit more adjustability of the V3 2.0s. Let's start with the shift peg and brake. There's two positions just like the other set, but where it differs is it's an offset peg. So as you move it around, you can roll it around, you can make it higher, you can make it lower, farther forward, farther back, you can angle it. A lot of adjustability there in addition to the two positions. You can do that on the brake side and the shift side. What it doesn't have though, it will not fold up. So where you get the fold up on this side, you don't get that here. More adjustability, but it will not fold. And the peg position is also a little bit different in its adjustability. It's kind of like the shifter where it rolls around. Now it does have some really nice laser engraved marks on there. You can remember what those setups are and you go, oh, I want to go to position 5 or whatever. And basically you're going to get 16 different foot positions out of this from being able to roll this around. Again, forward, backward, up, down. And some models, it'll even go up to 32 depending on what bike it is, but a lot of adjustability just in the foot peg area here. And what all that adjustability does, it allows you to get where you want to be on the bike, farther forward, feet a little farther down, get you comfortable. It just gets you in a better position to control your motorcycle. The other nice thing about the V3 2.0s, a little bit easier to swap out pegs. You go in from the end of the peg to get the peg off, whereas on the set over here, the regular adjustables, you gotta go through the back, so it can be a little bit trickier. As far as installation, when you take these out of the box, it does look a little bit like a puzzle, but it's really not that bad. The instructions are very good, and once you get going, they pretty much go right on. Hand tools, you can do it on your garage floor, you don't even need a lift. If you do need a little bit of help, check out our On the Lift video. We did an install on these on a sport bike. It'll really help walk through the process. If you have any other questions, go ahead and click that info tab on your desktop or mobile device. That's gonna take you to the product detail page where you can read other specs and riders' reviews about these sets of rear sets. If you're still looking for more information, go ahead and reach out to our customer service team. They would love to talk to you about what works best for you, your bike, budget, and riding style. I'm Patrick. Thank you for watching. Go work on those motorcycles.